Is he your bobo?
Checks.
I'm asking her now. Is he your bobo?
I had to step back and was like, this is where my money is going to
Then
come
did it.
from.
Welcome to the Bad Doctor's Icon. I'm the Bad Doctor, which is called Basi, but popularly known as the Bad Doctor. And on the show today, we have a wonderful guest, Pamela, here with us. Pamela, can you say hi?
Hello everyone, my name is Ihedimi Ogezini. I'm a medical student at Abia State University Teaching Hospital and the founder of Styles with Palm Craft.
Styles with Palm Craft. What's that about, please?
Okay, Styles with Palm Craft is like a crafting business where we dwell on creating thoughtful and unique gifts.
But so, Pamela, please, I'm asking for every young person out there that's still very, very scared to start something that's not about the academics. You know, you've been able to fight those fears and go out of your way to start a wonderful business that we're passionate about. So, how did you start? How?
I didn't start Styles with Farm due to financial constraints or due to maybe boredom. Of course, I had my books to keep me busy, but it was something I was doing passionately. I was crafting way back from junior secondary, if not, like at least when I entered secondary school, I knew I used to make cards, send to my friends.
Okay. So you've been really creative, move from, childhood.
Yes.
But once you entered med school, this part of you just got to box. Like you had to cue into that narrative that you just had to focus on only books.
Well, while that is partially true, I feel like my case was more of the fact that I didn't look at this hobby like I didn't take it seriously.
Okay.
Maybe if I took it seriously before I got into school, I know myself, I would have still held on to it. But it was just something I was doing passively. So even while when I entered uni, I knew it's just I didn't like have much friends, but the few I did, I did some crafty works for them. But this particular business, like the startup I made a very thoughtful gift for a very close person to me.
Okay.
It was an open web box of a letter when he gets open letters based on the mood, based on the situation and all.
Very nice song.
Yes.
Is he your bobo?
Checks.
I'm asking her now. Is he your bobo?
Okay, I also did a lot of drawings. Like I did diagrams. I made a small video. I just put it together and put it online just because I was happy with my work. And then I started getting inquiries. People are messaging me, hello, I want to get this for this person. I was like, initially I was turning them down. I was like, no, I don't do this. Oh, she was asking me how much will it take like to do it. I still told her no, I don't take money. I know they do. Because this person, I can't forget, like that customer, she pushed me. She was like whatever it is, I should pay. And then I just called a funny amount. I think then I called 10,000, so she would leave me alone. And then she paid. Wow. I was like, okay, well, I did my best. I did what I could do. And then while I was doing what I could do, I told my story online. And then I got 2 other persons that wanted to pay for this. And then I had to step back and was like, this is where my money is going to come from. That was how I came up with it. Styles with Farm. I actually said I took a formal training like to help build my skill, and then that was how.
One thing I want to point out from this was that she put herself out there. If she was still, doing the craft, even for the person she did it for, if she was still doing it in her small corner, just offline, there wouldn't have been much coming from it. But she put herself out there.
Yes.
She was not perfect, I believe so.
I was not.
She was confident enough to try and to put herself out there.
I want to also put in just a little bit. I think I pray as the point of prayer. Like when I had this, I was not certain about
so much emphasis on prayer.
I just prayed for God. I think what I was more focused on is God, let people not be disappointed by this quack I'm about to deliver them, but their reactions pushed me to go for it.
So you see, please, this is a message to you. All right, you are gifted beyond your imagination. So whatever it is that you can do, all right, I need you to gain confidence really from Pamela's story, okay, to put yourself out there. Put yourself out there. Okay, there's a lot you can do. You don't know the prospects. You don't know if the person that would partner with you to blow up your vision is waiting for you to post it online, to tell the world about what you can do, and then that would be the game changer for you. But I thought medical students were boring. There's this stereotype of medical students, we only focus on books, nothing interesting ever happens, and that is the narrative that has been pushed for a very long time. How do you find your way balancing those two things? Being a founder of a thriving business and being a medical student?
Okay, so I will start with the fact that I found myself in that whole cliche of medical students are boring, because I actually had like a triangular lifestyle.
There's this thing that happens. I believe that medical students are usually the most interesting set of people you can ever meet. I agree. I agree with that. We are very creative. However, there's something that happens. All these interesting parts of us leaves us when we enter medicine. We are very creative and interesting. Yes. But you found a way to reignite those passions, creativity, and that's wonderful. It's a thumbs up. How did you do that, please?
It's when you're able to remove the fear of failure in medical school that you'll be able to diversify. Let me put it down.
So what you mean is that one thing that holds medical students back from expressing creativity and chasing passions is the fear of failure.
I would like to put it this way: if you have 24 hours in a day, I could bet my life that you are not reading 24 hours.
Well, make a no lie,
yes, you are not reading 24 hours in a day. It's just that people are they are clouded with the mindset that if they have something else they are doing, that they will not have time to read. But all you need is like time management. Make sure that this activity is not eating into this activity. Make sure you are balancing up the business with the academics. It's something I've done for 3 years now. It's something that is achievable.
So how far can you say you have come through these 3 years, within this space of time?
I would say within these 3 years, I've been able to convert a hobby into a paying business. Right now, like I plan to take it to a level where I don't have to stress the people that sent me to this school, where I have to prove to my parents too that put this idea of I need to just focus on school, don't do other things, and show them that you see this grades, I'll come out with good grades, but I'll still be able to pick the bills. Like, it's attainable.
So you are trying to be proof that it's possible to be an excellent student and also be a wonderful creative.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. You see, many of us have not been able to find this balance. Once we try to, do something outside medicine, it just seems like we are no longer serious, and it reflects in our grades, it reflects in other things. But then you found a way to do these two things and still thrive. That's wonderful. Thumbs up, Pamela. I'm very, very sure you'll be very, very excited to meet her one day, because there's a lot we can learn from her. So far, it's been 7 years down the line in medical school, since 2018, I believe.
Yes.
What is one advice you can give that person going into medical school now, or any student at all? One advice you can give them, someone starting out their medical journey?
The advice I'll give to both someone starting medicine, someone entering into university, journalists, for you to start from as you gain the admission, start thinking of life after school.
So start thinking of life after school once you get into school.
Yes.
Wow, that's
if you are more focused about getting that degree, when you get the degree, you realize that you don't have anything set up for you again outside, and this is Nigeria. Let's be honest. I feel like if you know where you're coming from, it will help you.
If you be risky.
So this is something that you should also keep at the back of your mind, and then understand that school is not scam. School is never scam.
I agree. School is not never scam, please.
But then you should start thinking of something outside that your degree that will bring money to you.
That can give you financial independence.
Yes.
That's really great. Pamela, it's been great having you on this edition. I'm happy to have hosted you on this. Once again, this is the Bad Doctors Icona, where you come and be inspired, by different people. Pamela has inspired us today with her story of medicine and creativity. All right, stay tuned to our next episode.
Bye.